Stacy, AMD, obviously, we heard about the OpenAI deal, a lot of excitement around that. What's going to get the most attention in the quarterly results?
Yeah, you bet. I actually think the setup for them looks pretty good. The core markets, PCs and servers should be pretty strong. Servers especially. You have Intel's sort of bizarre supply constraints as well, which they may be benefiting from. And then on the AI side, you have to remember the last several quarters, the big issue has been that the near-term AI numbers have been a little bit lackluster. And we'll see what happens. But frankly, like the real story is the OpenAI ramp. That doesn't actually happen for a year. So frankly, like who really cares what the near-term AI numbers look like as long as they can paint that dream on that ramp in a year or so when it starts. They also have an analyst day on November 11th next week, where I'm sure they'll come out swinging. So yeah, but I think those are the things that people will be watching for: the core business fundamentals, especially in the wake of Intel's report, and then any future commentary they can give us on the shape and pace of that OpenAI ramp.
Sure. Yeah, it seems like they probably do have a pretty good narrative loaded up with all those touch points with the investor meeting. I wonder more broadly, Stacy, obviously you're getting a little bit of a gut check in semis generally today after a blistering run. Is there anything much behind it besides repositioning?
No, look, I think people have been, a little nervous about the AI trade. Just, the numbers have gotten really, really big. We're hearing lots and lots of announcements, and I think there's just a little bit of a pause today, given the wake of some of that news flow. I mean, things can't go up and to the right like every single day forever. We got a little bit of consolidation today.
Sure. We did just speak to, a money manager that had owned NVIDIA and has backed away from the whole AI-related group, suggesting that it doesn't actually seem as if pricing is holding up in terms of chips and these rentals for processors and things like that. Is that something that's kind of out there, more pervasive?
People look at things like older generation Hopper prices. I think Bloomberg, for example, has a tracker and shows it down. And I think the new stuff, though, is certainly not the case at all. And again, you just look at the overall level of demand. Like these guys are selling everything that they can make right now. Like I'm not too worried about pricing holding up like that. Those prices, especially the older generation stuff, tends to fluctuate day to day and month to month. You can't draw too many trends from that.
Yeah, okay, so the new stuff that's that much better, people are happy to pay up for it, it seems.
Yeah, I think so.
And then just quickly on AMD, I mean, what's your kind of core investment call on it, obviously, after this massive run?
I mean, we've been neutral on the stock, and you know me, like we haven't been like enormous AMD bulls. And I'll be honest, I didn't have them, giving 10% of the company away to OpenAI in exchange for, selling parts to them. It wasn't really on my bingo card. That being said, I kind of get it. Lisa has to be on that OpenAI roster still.
Right.
Right? She's not to get left behind.